This is Unlock Your True Potential by John M. Gillen, a book written not just to inspire you, but to awaken you. Because deep down, you already know this truth. You were meant for more than fear, more than doubt, more than just surviving day to day. There is something powerful inside you, waiting, burning, ready. And this book, it's the key to unlocking it. Each chapter is a call to action, a reminder that your past does not define your future, that your strength is greater than your struggle, that the life you dream of is not out of reach, it's already inside you, waiting to rise. So if you're ready to believe again, if you're ready to rise above everything that's held you back, if you're ready to stop settling and finally start becoming, this audiobook is for you. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and let these words guide you to the greatness within. And before we begin, if this message touches your heart, if you find strength in these words, please consider supporting this channel, Fearless Audio, by subscribing, sharing, and leaving a comment below. Your support helps us keep bringing powerful audiobooks like this one to people who need them most. Now, let's begin the journey together. This is Unlock Your True Potential by John M. Gillen. Introduction: the power already inside you. There is something powerful inside you. It's not money or fame or anything the world gives. It's something greater. It's your potential. You may not always feel it. Some days, life feels heavy. You might feel lost, tired, or unsure of who you really are. You might have dreams buried deep inside you, waiting for the right time, waiting for courage, waiting for something more. That something more is not outside of you. It's already within you. It's your potential, the part of you that's built for growth, strength, and greatness. This book is here to remind you that your life can change, not in some far-off future, not when everything is perfect, but starting right now. No matter your age, background, or current situation, you can unlock something new in yourself. You are capable of more than you've allowed yourself to believe. The world often tells us to play it safe, to stay small, to accept limits. But your heart knows the truth. You were made for more, not for a life of fear, doubt, or regret, but for a life of courage, purpose, and power. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be fearless or perfect. You just need to be willing to grow, willing to try, willing to believe that there is more in you than you've seen so far. In the pages ahead, we'll walk through powerful truths that will open your eyes to what you can become. Each chapter will guide you toward unlocking the parts of you that are hidden, waiting, and ready to rise. You will learn how to break free from fear, build strong habits, overcome struggle, and keep moving forward no matter what life throws your way. This is not just a book. It's an invitation to wake up the fire inside you, an invitation to become who you were always meant to be. So take a deep breath, turn the page, and begin this journey with an open heart. Because your true potential is not a dream, it's real, it's powerful, and it's time to unlock it. Chapter 1. Believe you are more than you think. You are not who the world says you are. You are not the failures of your past or the mistakes you've made. You are not the voice that says you're not good enough. You are more, much more. The journey to unlocking your true potential begins with a simple but powerful belief. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Too many people walk through life like they're sleepwalking. They wake up, go to work, do what they're told, and live in a loop. Deep down, they feel something is missing, like there's a fire inside them that's been left unlit. That fire is your potential. It's waiting to burn bright. But it starts with belief. The first step is to believe. Belief is not just about hoping something is true. It's about knowing in your heart that you were made for something greater. Think of a seed. Inside that tiny seed is the power to become a giant tree. But if it never gets planted, watered, or exposed to sunlight, its potential is wasted. You are that seed. You hold incredible power inside you, but it needs belief to start growing. Let's look at a story. A man named James was told his whole life that he wasn't smart. Teachers said he was too slow. His classmates laughed at him. He started believing them. After school, he worked low-paying jobs and barely got by. One day he met someone who changed everything. This person saw something in James. He told him, "You are not dumb. You just haven't been given the right chance." For the first time, James started to believe in himself. He went back to school at 30, became a social worker, and now helps others who feel like giving up. What changed? Belief. Your thoughts shape your life. What you think about yourself shapes how you live. If you keep telling yourself, I can't, then your actions will follow that thought. You'll avoid challenges, settle for less, and stop trying. But when you say, I can do this, you start walking differently. You speak with more confidence. You try harder. You grow. There's a saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's true. Your beliefs are powerful. They can either build you up or tear you down. Think about Sarah. She always loved painting, but was told art wouldn't pay the bills. She believed it, so she worked in an office for years, feeling bored and lifeless. One day, she picked up a paintbrush just for fun. She posted her work online. People loved it. Orders started coming in. Within a year, she quit her job and became a full-time artist. What changed? She started believing in her gift. Don't let the past define you. Many people don't believe in themselves because they failed before. Maybe you've tried something and it didn't work out. Maybe you were rejected, embarrassed, or made a mistake. That's okay. That's part of the journey. Every successful person has failed, but they didn't let failure stop them. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times before he got it right. When asked about it, he said, I didn't fail. I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That's the mindset of belief. He didn't see himself as a failure. He saw himself as a learner. Your past does not define your future. It's just a chapter, not the whole story. Every day is a new page. You get to decide what you'll write on it. Let go of negative voices. Sometimes the people closest to us are the ones who hold us back. They say things like, be realistic, or don't aim too high. Some of them mean well. They just want you to be safe. But safety doesn't lead to greatness. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. If someone told you every day that you're not good enough, eventually you'd start to believe it. But here's the truth. They don't get to decide your worth. You do. You have to stop listening to the negative voices and start listening to the quiet whisper inside that says, you were made for more. Remember Michael. He grew up in a rough neighborhood, surrounded by violence and poverty. Everyone expected him to drop out, get into trouble, or disappear. But he had one teacher who told him, Michael, you can be great. Don't let this place define you. That one voice changed his life. He worked hard, got a scholarship, and now runs a program for kids in his old community. All it took was someone to believe, and for Michael to believe in himself. Speak life into yourself. Start talking to yourself like someone you love. Encourage yourself. Celebrate your efforts, not just your results. Say things like, I'm proud of myself for trying, I'm learning every day, and I've got what it takes. Affirmations may feel silly at first, but they work. Saying positive things to yourself every day rewires your brain. It helps you replace fear with faith and doubt with determination. Try saying this every morning. I am strong, I am capable, I am growing, I believe in myself. Say it until you feel it. Say it even when you don't. Eventually, it will become your truth. The world needs your light. You weren't born to play small. There is something inside you that the world needs. It could be your ideas, your kindness, your courage, your creativity, or your voice. But if you don't believe in yourself, the world misses out on that gift. Imagine if people like Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, or Elon Musk gave up because others didn't believe in them. The world would be different. They believed, even when others doubted. They kept going, even when it was hard. You can do the same. One more story. A woman named Amina wanted to become a speaker, but English wasn't her first language. People told her she'd never make it. But she practiced every day, joined speaking clubs, and gave small talks at local events. Today, she travels the world, inspiring thousands with her message. Why? Because she believed she had something to say. You already have what it takes. Here's the truth. You don't need to be someone else. You don't need to wait until you're ready. You don't need permission. Everything you need is already inside you. The courage, the strength, the ideas, it's all there. You just need to believe in it and start using it. When you believe in yourself, doors open. People notice, opportunities come. Life begins to shift. Not because magic happens, but because you change. You walk taller, you speak clearer, you take chances. You become unstoppable. So take this chapter to heart. Let it be your first step. Look in the mirror and say, I am more than I think. I believe in my power. I believe in my potential. I believe in me. Because the truth is, you are not just capable. You are powerful. You are meant to shine. You are more than you think. And the best part, you're just getting started. Chapter 2, break free from limiting thoughts. Your mind is a powerful tool. It can build you up or break you down. The way you think about yourself and your life shapes everything you do. If you believe you can succeed, you'll try harder and keep going even when things get tough. But if you think you're not good enough, you'll stop before you even start. Limiting thoughts are the invisible chains that hold people back. They whisper things like, you're too old, you're not smart enough, you failed before, so don't try again. These thoughts may sound true, but they are lies dressed as facts. And until you break free from them, your true potential will stay locked away. Where do limiting thoughts come from? Most limiting thoughts come from past experiences. Maybe someone laughed at your idea when you were a child, so now you think your ideas aren't good. Maybe you failed a test and decided you're not smart. Or maybe someone you trusted told you to be realistic, and you took that as a reason to lower your dreams. The truth is, everyone has doubts. Everyone hears that little voice inside that says, what if I'm not good enough? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people don't listen to that voice. They feel fear, but they move forward anyway. Take the story of Lily. She grew up shy, always afraid to speak in class. One day, her teacher asked her to present a project. Her hands shook and her voice trembled, but she did it. That moment changed her. She realized the fear was only in her head. Today, she's a school counselor who helps other students find their voice. She didn't start with confidence. She just refused to let fear win. Question your thoughts. Here's something powerful. Just because you think something doesn't make it true. Your mind can play tricks on you. It can exaggerate problems, focus only on the negatives, and create false stories. You need to stop and question your thoughts. When a thought comes up like, I'll never be successful, ask yourself, is this really true? Where is the proof? Would I say this to a friend I care about? Most of the time, you'll realize that your thoughts are just fears trying to protect you. But growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Growth happens when you challenge your thoughts and prove them wrong through action. Change the story you tell yourself. You are the author of your life. Every day you write your story with your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So what kind of story are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're not capable, that life is hard and nothing ever works out for you? Or are you telling yourself that you are learning, growing, and becoming stronger every day? There's a man named Rehan who grew up in a poor neighborhood. He used to say, people like me don't get far. That belief kept him stuck. One day he heard a speaker say, you rise as high as you believe. That line hit him hard. He started telling himself a different story. I can break this cycle. I can create a better life. That small shift changed everything. He started taking night classes, learned new skills, and now runs a successful business. He didn't change overnight, but he changed his story, and that changed his future. Replace lies with truth. To break free from limiting thoughts, you need to replace them with empowering truths. Here's how you do it. Write down your limiting thought. Example, I'm not good at anything. 2, find the lie. Is it really true that you're not good at anything? Of course not. 3, write the truth. I have talents. I may not know all of them yet, but I'm learning and growing every day. Every time the lie comes up, speak the truth instead. Do it again and again until the truth becomes stronger than the lie. Don't let one moment define you. A bad day does not mean a bad life. One mistake doesn't mean you're a failure, but limiting thoughts will try to convince you that one moment defines you forever. Think about a musician who sings off-key once. Does that mean they'll never be good again? Of course not. But if they start saying, I'm not meant to sing, they might give up, and the world would miss out on their music. There's a woman named Carla who once froze during a job interview. She was embarrassed and didn't apply for another job for 6 months. But eventually she realized that one failure didn't define her. She practiced her interview skills, built her confidence, and now works at a company she once thought was out of her league. Her story shows that you can move forward even after falling. Create a new pattern. Your brain loves patterns. If you keep thinking the same negative thoughts, your brain gets used to them. It becomes a habit. But the good news is, you can build a new habit. You can train your mind to think better. Start small. When you wake up, say something positive to yourself. When you face a challenge, remind yourself that you faced hard things before and survived. When fear comes in, choose faith. With time, your brain will start to believe the new pattern, and you'll start acting in new, more powerful ways. Take control of your inner voice. That voice in your head, you can train it. Make it your coach, not your critic. Instead of saying, I'll mess this up, say I'll give it my best. Instead of saying, I'm not ready, say every expert was once a beginner. Instead of saying, I can't, say I can try. You won't always feel confident. That's okay. Speak kindly to yourself anyway. Your words matter. Your thoughts matter. They shape who you become. Surround yourself with uplifting energy. Sometimes your own thoughts are not the only problem. The people around you might be feeding your fears. If you're always around people who complain, doubt, or stay stuck, you'll start thinking like them too. Find people who lift you up, people who believe in growth, who speak life, who take action. Spend time with those who inspire you, even if it's through books, videos, or mentors from afar. The more positive energy you absorb, the easier it becomes to fight your own doubts. You are not your thoughts. This is the most powerful truth of all. You are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts, and that means you can choose which ones to keep and which ones to let go. You have the power to change the channel in your mind. If a thought doesn't serve you, let it go. If it makes you feel small, weak, or stuck, replace it. You have that choice. You have that power. The moment you start challenging your limiting thoughts is the moment you begin to rise. It won't happen all at once, but with every step forward, every positive thought, and every act of courage, you are unlocking more and more of the amazing person you were meant to be. So today, decide to break free. Free from fear, free from doubt, free from the lies that have held you back for too long. Your mind is a garden. Pull out the weeds, plant good seeds, and watch yourself grow into something powerful, beautiful, and full of life. Because the truth is, you were never broken. You were never weak. You were only waiting to believe. And now, you are ready. Chapter 3. Embrace challenges as opportunities. Life is full of challenges. Some are small, like running late for work or making a mistake on a task. Others are big, like losing a job, facing rejection, or going through a breakup. But here's the truth. Challenges are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to build you. Most people see challenges as roadblocks. They feel like life is against them, like things never go their way. But people who unlock their true potential see challenges differently. They see them as stepping stones, as lessons, as opportunities to grow, improve, and become stronger. You don't have to love the hard times. You don't have to pretend they're fun, but you can learn to face them with courage. And when you do, something amazing happens. Your mindset shifts and your potential begins to shine. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth never happens when everything is easy. You don't get stronger by sitting still. You grow when you stretch, when you push yourself, when you do the hard thing even when you're scared. Imagine someone who wants to run a marathon. On the first day, running even 1 mile feels painful, but they don't stop. They run again the next day and the next. Over time, their body becomes stronger and their mind becomes tougher. Eventually, that same person who could barely run now crosses a 26-mile finish line. The same is true in life. The more you face hard things, the stronger you become. Challenges train your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Every time you face something difficult and don't give up, you unlock a new level of strength inside you. Every setback has a lesson. When something goes wrong, it's easy to ask, why is this happening to me? But a better question is, what is this trying to teach me? There's always a lesson hidden in the struggle. Sometimes it's patience. Sometimes it's resilience. Sometimes it's learning to let go. But if you only focus on the pain, you'll miss the lesson and the growth. Let me tell you about Ravi. He started a small restaurant with all his savings. Things went well for a few months, but then the business slowed down. Eventually, he had to shut it down. He was heartbroken and blamed himself for failing. But after the dust settled, he realized something important. He had learned how to manage money, how to deal with customers, and how to handle pressure. 2 years later, he opened a second restaurant with better planning. This time, it became a huge success. The failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something greater. Don't run from the hard things. Most people try to avoid anything that feels difficult. They avoid tough conversations, new challenges, or anything that might lead to failure. But when you run from hard things, you also run from your own potential. Greatness doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from facing what's uncomfortable, from stepping into situations that stretch you, from choosing the hard path because it leads to something better. Think of Maya. She had a fear of public speaking. Every time she thought about speaking in front of people, her stomach turned. But one day, she said yes to speaking at a local event. She was nervous, but she prepared and did it anyway. That one act of courage led to more speaking opportunities. Today, she trains others to find their voice. Her fear didn't disappear overnight, but facing it helped her discover a strength she never knew she had. Challenges. Build confidence. When you overcome something hard, your confidence grows. You start saying, if I could get through that, I can get through this. Confidence doesn't come from praise or comfort. It comes from progress. Every time you push through a hard moment, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. And that feeling stays with you. It gives you power in the next challenge and the next. One day, you'll look back at the moments that once scared you and you'll smile. Because those are the moments that made you who you are. Rejection is redirection. Nobody likes to be rejected. Whether it's being turned down for a job, a relationship, or an opportunity, rejection stings. But what if rejection isn't a wall, but a signpost? What if it's life saying, there's something better for you ahead? A young man named Leo dreamed of becoming a professional dancer. He auditioned for a top academy and was rejected. He was crushed. But instead of giving up, he started his own dance channel online. Slowly, it gained thousands of followers. One day, a well-known choreographer noticed him and invited him to tour as a lead performer. The rejection didn't end his dream. It redirected it in a better way. When one door closes, don't stare at it for too long. Turn around. You might find a better door waiting to be opened. Stay focused. When life gets hard during tough times, it's easy to lose focus. Your mind fills with doubt and your energy disappears. But staying focused is key to getting through any challenge. Remind yourself of your purpose. Why did you start? What are you working toward? Hold on to that vision. Keep your eyes on where you want to go, not just where you are now. There's a story of a farmer named Jonah. A storm destroyed his crops one year, and people in his village told him to quit. But he didn't. He believed the land still had value. He planted again the next season, and the harvest was his best yet. Why? Because he didn't lose focus during the storm. Your storm may be different, but your strength is the same. Stay focused. Keep planting seeds. Your harvest will come. Challenges show you who you are. You never really know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Challenges don't just build your potential, they reveal it. When you go through hard times, you find out what you're made of. You discover courage, patience, and strength you didn't know were there. These moments become a mirror. They show you your true self, not the one shaped by comfort, but the one forged through fire. You are not weak because you struggle. You are strong because you keep showing up. You keep trying. You keep believing. That's real power. Turn pain into purpose. The most inspiring people in the world are not the ones who had easy lives. They are the ones who turned their pain into purpose. They took their struggles and used them to help others. They took their heartbreak and used it to heal. They didn't waste their pain. They transformed it. You can do the same. Whatever you've been through, there is someone out there who needs your story, who needs your strength, who needs to see that it's possible to rise again. Your pain can become your power if you choose to grow from it. You were made for the climb. Mountains are climbed one step at a time. Some days are slow, some are tiring, some feel impossible. But step by step you rise, and when you reach the top, the view is worth it. You were made to climb. You were made to rise. Every challenge is a part of that climb. Don't stop now. Don't turn back. The strength you are building today is preparing you for the victory ahead. So the next time life throws a challenge your way, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Try me," because deep down, you know the truth. You were born to rise. You were born to fight. You were born to unlock the greatness inside you. And every challenge is just one more chance to become the person you were always meant to be. Chapter 4. Discover the power of discipline. Discipline is not a popular word. Many people hear it and think of strict routines, hard work, or boring habits. But the truth is, discipline is freedom. It's the key that unlocks your true potential. Without discipline, dreams remain dreams. With discipline, dreams become reality. You don't need to be the smartest person. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to show up again and again with commitment and focus. Discipline is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Discipline is doing what you said you would do. One of the strongest forms of self-respect is keeping your promises to yourself. If you say you're going to wake up early, then wake up early. If you say you'll study, then study. If you say you'll start working on your goals, then take action. It's not about how you feel in the moment. It's about doing it because you said you would. Feelings come and go. Some days you feel motivated. Other days, you don't feel like doing anything. Discipline is what carries you through the days when motivation disappears. Think of someone like Daniel who decided to write a book. He wasn't a full-time writer. He had a day job and a family to take care of. But every morning he woke up 1 hour earlier than usual. He wrote 1 page a day, even on days he felt tired. After a year, he had a complete book, not because of talent, because of discipline. Small actions done daily lead to big results. Discipline doesn't have to mean doing huge things every day. It means doing small, meaningful actions regularly. When you repeat something daily, it becomes a habit. And those habits shape your future. If you want to get healthy, you don't need to run a marathon tomorrow. Start with a 10-minute walk every morning. Do it every day. That small action creates momentum. Over time, it becomes a part of who you are. A young woman named Ayesha wanted to learn a new language. She didn't have much free time, but she decided to study for just 15 minutes every night. No excuses, no skipping. Within a year, she was holding conversations in that new language. Discipline helped her grow, one step at a time. Discipline helps you stay focused. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes, notifications pop up, people pull you in different directions. It's easy to lose track of what really matters. Discipline is the skill of saying no to distractions and yes to your goals. It helps you protect your time, your energy, and your focus. When you're disciplined, you don't let every message or temptation steal your attention. You set boundaries. You choose what to focus on, and that focus allows you to make real progress. For example, a student named Kareem struggled to study for exams. Every time he opened his books, he got distracted by his phone. One day, he made a change. He turned off his phone for 2 hours each evening and focused only on studying. His grades improved, and more importantly, he felt proud of his growth. The key was not just studying, it was discipline to remove distractions. Success is built in the boring moments. Success doesn't come from one big event. It comes from doing the right things again and again, even when they're boring, even when nobody's watching. An athlete trains in silence before winning in front of crowds. A musician practices scales alone before performing on stage. A student reads quietly before passing the big test. The world only sees the result, but behind every success is discipline in the quiet moments. Don't wait for applause to stay committed. Stay disciplined because you believe in your future. Stay disciplined because you know that each boring step brings you closer to your goal. Discipline builds trust in yourself. When you practice discipline, something powerful happens. You start to trust yourself. You believe in your own word. You know that if you say you'll do something, you'll follow through. That trust builds confidence. You stop needing approval from others. You stop waiting for the perfect time. You just take action because you trust your own commitment. A man named George wanted to start his own business. At first, he had doubts, but he made a schedule and followed it strictly, waking up early, researching, planning, and working on his dream every day. Over time, he built something real. He didn't wait for permission. He trusted his discipline, and it paid off. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. One of the biggest lies people believe is that they need to be perfect to succeed. That's not true. You will have off days. You will make mistakes, but discipline means you don't quit just because you messed up. Let's say you miss one workout or forget to study one night. That doesn't mean you failed. What matters is what you do next. Do you give up or do you start again the next day? Discipline is not about being flawless. It's about bouncing back. It's about being consistent over time. That consistency beats perfection every time. Discipline makes you unstoppable. When you have discipline, nothing can hold you back for long. You become the kind of person who keeps going even when it's hard. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You take action, even in the middle of chaos. Life will always bring challenges, but discipline gives you the strength to stay steady. It turns your "I'll try" into "I will." It turns your someday into now. There was a man named Marcus who had a dream of becoming a pilot. He didn't come from a rich family, and the path wasn't easy. He had to work full time while studying flight training. He was exhausted most days, but he stayed disciplined. He studied when others rested. He trained when others gave up. Years later, he became a commercial airline pilot. His story wasn't about luck. It was about unstoppable discipline. Start with one area of your life. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with one area of your life where you want to grow. Maybe it's waking up earlier, maybe it's eating better. Maybe it's finishing a project. Whatever it is, focus on it. Create a small, simple routine. Stick with it. Once you build discipline in one area, it spreads. You start to feel stronger, more in control, more capable. That energy flows into other parts of your life, and soon you're growing in ways you never thought possible. You are in control. Here's the most empowering truth. You are in control. Not your past, not your fears, not your excuses. You. Discipline puts the power back in your hands. It reminds you that you don't need to wait for luck. You don't need to wait for motivation. You can start today, right now, with what you have. And as you stay disciplined, day by day, step by step, you'll look back and see how far you've come. You'll realize you've built a life filled with progress, strength, and purpose. Because discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the path to freedom. Discipline is love for your future self. Discipline is your superpower. Chapter 5, Believe in Your Worth. One of the most powerful truths in life is this: you are worthy. Worthy of love, worthy of success, worthy of happiness, worthy of becoming the person you dream of being. But for many people, believing in their own worth doesn't come easy. Maybe they've been told they're not good enough. Maybe they failed in the past and started to doubt themselves. Or maybe life has just been so hard that they've forgotten their value. This chapter is about remembering who you are. It's about knowing deep in your heart that you matter, that you are enough, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. And once you start believing in your own worth, your true potential begins to rise. Your value doesn't decrease because of mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone goes through failure, but your worth doesn't disappear when things go wrong. A mistake doesn't mean you're a failure. A setback doesn't mean you're broken. Think about a currency note. If you crumple it, throw it on the ground, or even step on it, it's still worth the same. Its value doesn't change just because it went through something rough. The same is true for you. You might have gone through hard times. You might have made decisions you regret, but your value has not gone down. You are still capable, still important, still filled with potential. There was a girl named Lena who struggled with low confidence after dropping out of college. She felt like she had disappointed her family and wasted her chance at success. But instead of giving up, she took small jobs, learned new skills online, and started her own business from scratch. Today, she runs a design studio and helps others discover their talent. What changed? She stopped letting her past define her worth. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the quickest ways to lose belief in yourself is by comparing your life to someone else's. It's easy to look at others and think, they're more successful or they're better than me. But comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your focus, and your confidence. You are on your own path. Your journey is different. Your timing is different. You're not behind. You're just walking your own road. Imagine a sunflower and a rose. They're both beautiful, but they don't bloom at the same time. The sunflower doesn't look at the rose and feel less. It simply blooms when it's time. That's how life works too. A young man named Amir always felt behind because his friends were getting married, buying homes, or getting promotions. He didn't feel like he was achieving enough. But then he stopped comparing and started focusing on what made him happy. He began volunteering at a youth center and later became a full-time mentor. His life became meaningful, not because he did what others were doing, but because he followed his own path. Speak kindly to yourself. The words you say to yourself matter. Many people speak harshly to themselves in ways they'd never speak to a friend. They say things like, "I'm so stupid," or "I'll never be good enough." But these thoughts, if repeated often, can damage your self-worth. It's time to change that inner voice. You don't need to lie to yourself, but you do need to speak the truth that you are trying, that you are growing, that you have value. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Encourage yourself like you would encourage a child. Be your own supporter, not your enemy. There was a woman named Tara who struggled with self-doubt after being rejected from several job interviews. She used to say, "Maybe I'm just not good enough." But one day she started journaling, writing one positive thing about herself each night. Slowly, her confidence returned. Eventually, she landed a job she loved because she changed how she spoke to herself. Your worth is not based on what others think. Too often, we let the opinions of others shape how we see ourselves. If someone criticizes us, we believe them. If someone ignores us, we feel invisible. But your value doesn't come from someone else's words. It comes from within. The truth is, not everyone will see your worth. Not everyone will support you. And that's okay. Their opinion doesn't define you. You have to learn to believe in yourself, even when others don't. You have to learn to stand tall, even when you feel alone. A musician named Dev faced years of rejection. Record labels said his music wasn't good enough. Friends told him to give up, but he kept creating. He kept performing. One day, a viral video changed everything. His songs touched hearts all around the world, not because others believed in him, but because he believed in himself. Confidence is built, not given. Confidence doesn't just show up one day. It's built like a muscle. And it grows every time you choose to believe in yourself, even when it's hard. You don't need to feel confident to take action. You build confidence by taking action. Each small step forward, every time you try something new, speak up, or take a risk, adds strength to your belief. A teenager named Zoe wanted to try acting but was terrified of being judged. Her hands would shake and her voice would tremble. But she took a small step. She joined a drama club. The first few performances were tough, but each one made her braver. A year later, she stood on stage with pride. Confidence didn't come overnight. It came from showing up. Celebrate who you are. So many people focus on what they're not that they forget to see what they are. Take a moment and look at your strengths. Maybe you're kind. Maybe you're loyal. Maybe you're hardworking. Maybe you're creative. You don't need to be like someone else to be valuable. You just need to be fully you. Celebrate your uniqueness, your story, your struggles, your style. It all matters. The world doesn't need copies. It needs originals. And you are one of a kind. There was a quiet man named Elton who always stayed in the background at work. He felt invisible because he wasn't loud or outgoing. But one day, his manager asked him to organize a major project. To everyone's surprise, he was brilliant at planning and problem solving. He didn't need to be the loudest. He just needed to shine in his own way. And he did. Choose to believe. Believing in your worth is not a one-time decision. It's something you choose every day. You choose it when you wake up and go after your goals. You choose it when you forgive yourself for mistakes. You choose it when you keep going, even when you feel like giving up. The world may try to shake your confidence. Life may try to make you forget. But deep down, the truth is still there. You matter. You belong. You are enough. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to believe in yourself. You don't have to achieve something huge to feel worthy. You are already enough, right here, right now. Your worth is the foundation of your potential. Your potential is not built on talent alone. It's built on belief. When you know your worth, you stop holding back. You stop hiding. You stop settling for less. You start dreaming bigger. You take more chances. You work harder, not because you want to prove something, but because you believe you can. This chapter isn't just about feeling good. It's about starting strong. Because once you believe in your worth, there's no limit to what you can become. So stand tall. Hold your head high. Look in the mirror and say, I am worthy. Say it until you believe it. Say it until your heart agrees. Because the truth is, you've always been enough. And now you're just beginning to see it. Chapter 6, Break Free from Fear. Fear is one of the biggest things that hold people back from reaching their full potential. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. It's a quiet voice inside that says, what if I can't? Or what if I'm not ready? But here's the truth. Fear is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It shows you where you need to grow. It shows you what matters to you. And once you learn to face it, not run from it, you begin to unlock a new kind of power inside yourself. You don't have to live small just because fear is loud. You can still move forward with courage. You can still rise, even when you're scared. Because bravery isn't about having no fear. It's about acting in spite of it. Everyone feels fear. No one is born fearless. Everyone feels fear at some point. Even the people you admire, the successful leaders, the strong athletes, the confident speakers, they all deal with fear. The difference is they don't let it control their lives. Fear is normal. It's part of being human. It's how we respond to fear that makes all the difference. There was a boy named Joel who wanted to join his school's debate team, but he was terrified of speaking in front of others. His hands would sweat and his voice would shake. But instead of giving up, he practiced in front of a mirror, then in front of his family, and finally with friends. Little by little, he got better. Eventually, he stood on stage and delivered a powerful speech. He still felt fear, but he didn't let it stop him. Fear grows when you avoid it. The more you avoid fear, the bigger it becomes. If you keep running from the things that scare you, your life starts to shrink. You stay in your comfort zone. You miss out on chances. You hold yourself back. But when you face your fear, even in small ways, it starts to lose its power. You begin to see that it was never as strong as you thought. A young woman named Priya was afraid of traveling alone. She always waited for someone to go with her. But one day she challenged herself to take a short trip by herself. It wasn't easy, but she learned so much about her strength. That one trip gave her the courage to take many more. Facing her fear didn't just change her travel plans, it changed her life. Fear lies to you. Fear often speaks in lies. It tells you that you can't, that you'll fail, that people will laugh at you, but those are not facts, they are fears. And fears are often wrong. You might be afraid to start a new job because you think you're not qualified. But what if you learn quickly and do well? You might be afraid to share your art because you think no one will like it. But what if it touches someone's heart? Don't trust everything fear tells you. Question it. Push back. Ask yourself, what if the opposite is true? A man named Elijah wanted to start a podcast, but he worried no one would listen. He almost gave up before starting, but he reminded himself that even if 5 people listened, that was 5 lives he could impact. So he started, and to his surprise, people loved his honesty and message. His fear lied. His courage told the truth. You are stronger than your fear. It's easy to feel small when fear shows up, but you are stronger than you think. Inside you is more courage than you've ever used, more strength than you've ever seen. You just need to give yourself a chance to find it. Think about all the hard things you've already overcome. Times you didn't think you'd make it, but you did. Times you were scared, but still stood up. That strength is still with you. There was a nurse named Lila who had a fear of heights. One day during a vacation, her friends invited her to hike a mountain. Her first thought was to say no, but something inside her said, "This time try." She climbed, slowly and carefully, facing her fear every step of the way. When she reached the top, she cried, not from fear, but from pride. She proved to herself that her fear was not the boss, she was. Fear can guide you to growth. Sometimes the things we fear the most are the things we need to do. They are signs pointing us toward growth. That fear of starting a business, it means you care. That fear of talking to someone, it means connection matters to you. That fear of trying again, it means you still have hope. Fear shows up when something is important. So don't run from it. Listen to it. Ask what it's trying to teach you, then move forward with wisdom and bravery. A man named Jerome always dreamed of teaching, but he was scared he wouldn't be good enough. One day, he got a chance to teach a workshop. He wanted to decline out of fear, but deep inside, he knew he had something to share. He accepted. After the class, several students told him he inspired them. That one act of courage opened a whole new path in his life. Fear had pointed him to something beautiful. You don't have to do it all at once. Overcoming fear doesn't mean doing something huge right away. Start small, one step at a time. You don't have to climb the whole mountain today. Just take one step forward. Each time you take a small action, your confidence grows. Your fear gets weaker. And before you know it, you're doing things you once thought were impossible. There was a baker named Sonia who feared opening her own shop. She didn't quit her job or jump all in. She started by baking from home and selling online. Slowly, her confidence grew. A year later, she opened a small bakery. She didn't let fear rush her or stop her. She moved forward, one step at a time. Don't let fear steal your dreams. Fear will try to stop you from reaching your potential. It will whisper, "You can't do it," or "It's too risky." But your dreams are too important to let fear win. You were born with something special inside you, a purpose, a passion, a light, and that light deserves to shine. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing that fear stopped you from living fully. Don't let that happen. Don't let fear write your story. Take the pen back. Choose courage. Courage is a choice. You don't need to feel fearless to be brave. Courage is not about how you feel. It's about what you choose. You can choose to show up. You can choose to speak. You can choose to try again. You can choose to believe in yourself, even when fear tries to stop you. Every time you choose courage over fear, you grow, you stretch, you rise, and little by little, you unlock more of your true potential. Fear might visit your life, but it doesn't get to live there. You are the one in control. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can be afraid and still be strong. You can face the unknown and still create a beautiful future. So when fear knocks on your door, don't hide. Stand tall. Take a breath. Open the door and say, "You don't scare me anymore." Because your potential is greater than your fear, and your courage is ready to carry you forward. Chapter 7. The Power of Daily Habits. Your life doesn't change overnight. It changes little by little, day by day, through the small choices you make. This is the hidden power of habits. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. If you want to unlock your true potential, you must pay attention to your daily actions. Habits shape your future. They are the building blocks of your growth. A single good habit done over time can lead you to success. And a single bad habit, if repeated too often, can slowly pull you away from the life you want. You don't have to make big moves to change your life. You just need to stay consistent with the small things that truly matter. Your habits reflect your identity. What you do every day reflects how you see yourself. If you wake up early, eat well, and work hard, it means you see yourself as someone who takes life seriously. If you spend your days distracted, tired, or avoiding your goals, it's often because deep down, you've forgotten how powerful you are. But the beautiful thing is, you can change that. When you build better habits, you begin to see yourself differently. You begin to believe, yes, I am disciplined, I am strong, I am focused. And this belief pushes you to keep going. There was a man named Raj who wanted to write a book, but he never had the time. One day he decided to write just 1 page a day, every night after dinner. That one small habit led to a full book in 6 months. He didn't need to write for hours. He just needed to stay consistent. His new habit changed how he saw himself. He was no longer someone who dreams of writing. He became a writer. Small wins lead to big victories. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start building better habits, but the truth is, there's never a perfect time. The best time to begin is now, with whatever you have, wherever you are. Start small. You don't need to run 5 miles a day to get healthy. Just take a walk each morning. You don't need to read a whole book in a week. Just read 5 pages a night. These small wins matter. They build momentum. They create confidence. And over time, they lead to bigger victories. A student named Grace struggled with math and always avoided studying. But one day she started a simple habit, 10 minutes of practice every morning. After a month, her confidence grew. By the end of the semester, she had one of the highest scores in class. The habit wasn't huge, but it was steady. And steady habits build strong results. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Many people wait to feel motivated before taking action. But motivation comes and goes. One day you feel like doing the work, the next day you don't. If you only move when you feel motivated, you'll move slowly. What you really need is discipline. Discipline means doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up no matter what. And every time you act with discipline, you grow stronger. There was a fitness trainer named Mia who always said, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. She started by waking up at 5 a.m. each day to exercise. It was hard at first, but soon it became natural. That one habit helped her build a career helping others reach their goals. She didn't wait for motivation. She built discipline, and that changed everything. Your environment matters. If you want to build better habits, pay attention to your surroundings. Your environment plays a big role in your behavior. If your room is messy, your mind might feel cluttered. If your phone is always nearby, it's easier to get distracted. But if you shape your space with care, it becomes easier to stay focused. Set yourself up for success. Keep your goals visible. Create a space that supports your growth. Remove the things that pull you away from your purpose. There was a boy named Leo who wanted to stop wasting time online. He removed social media apps from his phone and started keeping his phone in another room while studying. In just a few weeks, he was finishing his schoolwork faster and had more time to do the things he enjoyed. The change didn't start in his mind. It started in his space, one day at a time. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you look at how far you have to go. Maybe you want to lose weight, build a business, or master a new skill. But looking at the big goal can make you freeze. The secret is to focus on just one day at a time. Ask yourself each morning, what can I do today that moves me closer to my goal? Then do that thing. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't stress about next year. Just win the day. A single mother named Farah wanted to go back to college, but the thought of finishing a full degree scared her. So she took one class, then another. She built a study habit that fit her schedule. 4 years later, she graduated, with her daughter cheering her on. She didn't climb the mountain in one leap. She climbed it step by step. Cut out what slows you down. Unlocking your potential is not just about adding good habits. It's also about removing the ones that hold you back. What's wasting your time? What's draining your energy? What's stopping you from growing? Maybe it's staying up too late. Maybe it's complaining instead of acting. Maybe it's doubting yourself over and over again. You have the power to change those patterns. Replace scrolling with reading. Replace gossip with gratitude. Replace excuses with action. Every change you make opens more space for your potential to shine. There was a chef named Daniel who loved cooking but kept delaying his dream of opening a food truck. He realized that his evenings were filled with hours of TV and snacks. So he changed his routine. He started using that time to plan his menu and save money. Within a year, his food truck was on the road. Letting go of bad habits gave him the time and energy to follow his dream. Track your progress. One of the best ways to stay on track is to track your progress. When you write down what you're doing, you stay more focused. You can see how far you've come, and that gives you motivation to keep going. You don't need a fancy system. Just use a notebook or a simple app. Write down your habits. Celebrate your consistency. And when you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just get back to it the next day. Progress is not about being perfect. It's about not quitting. Build a routine that supports your future. Think of your routine like the foundation of your house. If it's strong, you can build anything on top of it. If it's weak, everything shakes. Take a good look at your day. Are your habits helping you grow, or are they keeping you stuck? You don't need to change everything at once, but one good habit at a time can change the direction of your entire life. Start your day with intention. Use your time wisely. Rest when needed, but don't waste your days. Build a life where success isn't just something you hope for, it's something you live out daily. Habits may seem small, but they are powerful. They shape who you become. They build your future. And with each good habit you create, you get one step closer to unlocking your true potential. You don't need luck. You don't need perfection. You just need a plan, patience, and the courage to keep going. Let your habits work for you, not against you. Start now. Stay steady, and watch how your daily steps turn into a life you love. Chapter 8, Stay Focused, Stay Free. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes, messages pop up, the TV is always on, and your mind jumps from one thing to the next. It's easy to lose focus. But if you want to unlock your true potential, you must learn to protect your focus. Because when your mind is clear, your life becomes clear. And when you stay focused, you become free. Focus is not just about attention. It's about power. It's about choosing what matters most and letting go of the noise. When you focus your energy, your dreams get stronger. Your goals feel possible, and your days feel meaningful. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do the right things, one at a time. Focus builds progress. Imagine trying to plant 10 seeds at once in 10 different places, watering each of them just a little. They might grow, but slowly. Now imagine planting one seed, watering it every day, giving it sunlight and care. That one plant will grow tall and strong. That's what focus does. It helps you grow something powerful. A young man named Idris wanted to learn both photography and graphic design. He jumped between the two every few days, but made little progress. One day, he decided to focus only on photography for 3 months. He practiced daily, took online classes, and improved his skills. Soon, his work got noticed by a local magazine. After mastering one thing, he later added design to his work. By focusing first, he built a strong foundation. Trying to do everything at once usually leads to doing nothing well. Focus on one thing, do it with all your heart, then move to the next. Distractions. Delay your dreams. Every time you check your phone, get lost in social media, or say yes to things that don't matter, you lose a little of your energy. Distractions may seem small, but they steal your time and break your rhythm. If you let yourself get pulled in every direction, you'll never move forward in any. Your time is precious. Protect it. Say no to the things that don't grow you. There was a woman named Elsie who dreamed of starting a podcast, but she spent hours each night watching videos, scrolling, and comparing herself to others. She always felt tired and behind. One day, she decided to turn off her notifications, limit her screen time, and give 1 hour each evening to her podcast plan. Within a few months, she launched her first episode. Her focus returned, and so did her excitement. You don't need more time. You need less distraction. Multitasking is a trap. Many people think they are great at multitasking. They try to do 5 things at once: answer emails, eat lunch, text friends, and write reports. But studies show that multitasking actually makes you slower and more stressed. Your brain can only fully focus on one thing at a time. Doing one thing with full attention is more powerful than doing many things with half attention. It helps you do better work, make fewer mistakes, and feel more peace. A man named Tyler was a software developer who prided himself on multitasking. But his projects kept falling behind, and he often felt exhausted. After some advice from a mentor, he started blocking off hours to do just one task at a time. No emails, no calls, no distractions. He was shocked by how much more he got done and how good he felt doing it. Slow down. Focus deep. You'll go further, faster. Learn to say no. One of the most powerful things you can learn is the ability to say no. Not every request deserves your time. Not every opportunity is right for you. Saying no is not selfish. It's smart. It protects your purpose. If you say yes to everything, you'll end up doing nothing well. Choose your yes carefully. Save it for the things that matter. There was a college student named Hannah who always said yes to helping others with their work, going to every event and staying up late for group chats. Her own grades started to slip, and she felt constantly tired. One semester, she made a promise to say no more often. She focused on her priorities and gave herself space to rest. Her grades improved, and she felt better than she had in years. Every time you say no to what doesn't matter, you say yes to what does. Your mind needs rest to focus. You can't focus when your mind is always tired. Rest is not laziness. It's part of success. If you push yourself nonstop, you burn out. But when you take care of your mind and body, you think more clearly and work more wisely. Get enough sleep. Take breaks. Spend time in nature. Give your brain quiet moments. It's in those moments of silence that your ideas come alive. There was a teacher named Marco who always worked late into the night, believing that more hours meant more success. But he began to feel anxious and dull. So he started ending work at 6 p.m. and taking morning walks. To his surprise, he became more creative and energetic in the classroom. Rest gave him focus. Peace brought power. You are not a machine. You are a human, and humans need care to thrive. Remove what drains you. To stay focused, you must also be honest about what drains your energy. Maybe it's negative people, toxic environments, or even bad habits. These things may not scream for your attention, but they slowly pull you down. Look around. Look within. What's stealing your energy? What's stopping your growth? You have the right to remove those things. Your life is too valuable to be wasted in places where your light cannot shine. There was a dancer named Alina who noticed she felt low every time she talked to a certain group of friends. They often mocked her dreams and doubted her future. Eventually, she started spending less time with them and more time with people who supported her. Her focus came back, and so did her passion. Sometimes protecting your focus means protecting your heart. Create routines that support focus. Focus becomes easier when you build strong routines. When you have a plan for your day, you don't waste time wondering what to do next. You simply follow your path. Start your day with intention. Block time for your most important tasks. Turn off distractions during those hours. Make focus a habit, not just a feeling. A man named Omar worked as an online marketer. He used to jump into his day without a plan and always felt behind. One day he created a morning routine: coffee, reading, exercise, then deep work. That small change transformed his focus. His work improved, and so did his peace of mind. Good routines free your mind to focus on what matters most. You cannot control everything, but you can control your focus. You can choose what to give your time to. You can choose where to direct your energy, and you can choose to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Your potential is waiting for your full attention. The more you focus, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you shine. Stay focused. Stay free. Your future depends on it. Chapter 9, Strength Through Struggles. Life is not always smooth. Sometimes you will face storms. Sometimes things will go wrong. Plans may fail. People may doubt you. You may even doubt yourself. But here's the truth. Your struggles are not signs of weakness. They are steps towards strength. Every person who has ever achieved something great has faced hard times. Struggles are not meant to stop you. They are meant to shape you, teach you, and make you stronger. If you choose to learn and grow through your pain, you will discover a version of yourself that is braver, wiser, and more powerful than ever before. Pain is a part of the process. Many people believe that once they find their purpose or passion, life will get easier. That's not true. In fact, chasing your dreams often brings more challenges. But that's not a bad thing. It means you're growing. It means you're stepping outside your comfort zone. There was a baker named Sophia who started her small cake shop in a busy city. In the beginning, no one noticed her. She had slow days, lost money, and even thought about quitting, but she didn't stop. She used every quiet moment to improve her recipes, learn better marketing, and talk to her few customers with care. Over time, word spread. People began lining up outside her door. The hard times taught her patience, creativity, and faith. Without the struggle, she wouldn't have built a strong business. Struggles are not the end. they are often the beginning of something beautiful. Your greatest growth comes from challenges. It's easy to stay the same when life is easy, but real growth often comes when you are tested. When things don't go your way, you have a choice. You can give up or you can grow up. Growth is painful, but it is powerful. Think of a tree. Before it grows tall, it must first push through the hard soil. That pressure makes its roots strong. You are the same. Your hard times are making your roots deeper. You are being prepared for something greater. A student named Ray failed his first college entrance exam. His friends moved ahead while he stayed behind. It broke his heart. But instead of giving up, he studied harder. He used his failure as fuel. The next year, he passed with high marks and even got a scholarship. That failure didn't stop him. It shaped him. It gave him the hunger to rise. Your true power often shows up in the darkest times. Shaft. Don't be ashamed of the struggle. Too many people hide their struggles. They act like everything is perfect while silently hurting. But the truth is, struggling doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. And when you share your struggles, you give others permission to do the same. Every successful person has a story of pain. Behind every strong person is a chapter where they had no choice but to keep going. So don't hide your journey. Be proud of your progress. There was a speaker named Jonah who always inspired others with powerful words. One day he shared his story of battling anxiety and self-doubt for years. Many were shocked, but also inspired. His honesty gave others strength. His struggle became his message. Your pain can become your purpose if you let it. Struggles build character. When things go wrong, we are forced to look deeper within. We learn patience. We learn humility. We learn how to stand when everything around us is falling apart. These are life's most important lessons, and they are often learned through hardship. There was a nurse named Priya who worked long hours during a health crisis. She saw more pain in a month than most people see in a year. But through that time, she grew more compassionate, more grateful, and more grounded. She became not just a better nurse, but a better human being. The fire didn't break her. It forged her. When you go through struggles, don't just ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Growth always leaves something behind, a better you. Every setback can be a setup. Sometimes when something bad happens, it's not the end, it's just a redirection. Life may be pushing you toward a better path. What feels like a dead end might actually be a new beginning. There was an engineer named Darren who lost his job during a company cutback. At first, he felt hopeless, but during his time off, he started designing smart tools at home. One of his ideas became a hit online. That project turned into a company. Losing his job gave him the space to build something even better. Life has a way of turning pain into purpose. Keep your eyes open. What seems like a loss may be life clearing the way for something more. You are stronger than you know. Sometimes you don't realize how strong you are until you have no choice but to be strong. Life will test you. People may leave. Money may be tight. Doubts may grow. But deep inside you, there is strength that no struggle can break. Believe in your ability to rise. You have overcome things before. You have scars that show your strength. You are still standing. That is proof that you are powerful. A woman named Keisha was diagnosed with a serious illness. The treatment was long, painful, and lonely. But she told herself every day, this is not the end of my story. With that mindset, she faced each day with courage. She healed, not just in body, but in spirit. Her strength amazed even her doctors. Never forget, within you is a fighter, a survivor, a warrior. Struggles connect us. One of the beautiful things about struggles is that they remind us we're all human. Everyone is going through something. When you felt pain, you become more kind. When you've fallen and gotten back up, you become more humble. Your story of survival can be someone else's guide. Your strength can inspire someone who feels weak. When we share our struggles, we share our strength. There was a young man named Leo who once lived on the streets. With help from a shelter, he got back on his feet, finished school, and started his own business. Today, he visits shelters to encourage others with his story. He tells them, if I made it through, so can you. His past gave him a purpose, and his struggle became a source of hope. You never know who needs your story. Share it. Shine with it. Struggles are not the enemy. They are part of your journey. They are the fire that purifies, the wind that strengthens, the soil that helps you grow. Don't run from them. Face them. Don't fear them. Learn from them. Don't hide them. Rise through them. Your greatest potential often lies on the other side of your hardest battles. Keep going. Keep growing. Your breakthrough might be closer than you think. Chapter 10, Keep Becoming, Never Settle. Your journey doesn't end when you reach one goal. Your true potential is not a finish line. It's a lifelong path. No matter how far you go, there is always more inside you waiting to be discovered. Growth has no limit. Becoming your best self is not something you do once. It's something you do every day. So many people stop too early. They reach a goal, feel satisfied, and then settle. But the moment you stop growing is the moment you start shrinking. Life is not just about achieving. It's about becoming. Becoming wiser, braver, kinder, and stronger. And that process never stops. Success is a step, not a stop. You may climb one mountain, but there's always another one waiting. Don't let success make you lazy. Let it inspire you to aim higher. Every success you earn is a sign that you're capable of more. There was a young woman named Danny who dreamed of becoming a school teacher. After years of hard work, she got her dream job. But instead of staying the same, she kept learning. She took extra courses, learned new teaching methods, and found new ways to connect with her students. A few years later, she became a school leader, mentoring other teachers. Danny didn't stop at her first goal. She kept becoming. You were not made to settle. You were made to evolve. Never let comfort hold you back. Comfort is a silent killer of dreams. It feels good, but it keeps you in the same place. Growth comes from challenge. When life feels too easy for too long, it may be a sign you've stopped moving forward. There was a man named Victor who worked in a stable office job. He was paid well and had no major problems, but deep down, he felt empty. He had always wanted to be a filmmaker. After years of comfort, he finally decided to follow that dream. He started learning during weekends, filming small videos, and building his craft. It was hard at first, but he felt alive again. Years later, he directed his first full film, and it changed lives. Comfort may feel safe, but greatness lives beyond it. Stay curious. Stay alive. A curious mind keeps your spirit young. When you ask questions, try new things, and explore new ideas, you unlock parts of yourself you didn't know existed. Curiosity keeps you open, and openness leads to growth. There was a retired woman named Ella who always wanted to learn how to paint. At the age of 67, she signed up for a beginner's art class. She didn't worry about being the oldest. She went with an open heart. Her paintings, full of color and emotion, began to touch people. Her work was later displayed in a small gallery. It all started with a simple question: what if I tried? You are never too old, too late, or too anything to become more. Keep improving, even when no one's watching. True greatness comes from doing the right thing, even when no one is clapping. When you keep improving, even in silence, you build strength that lasts. You become solid inside. You stop needing approval, and you start leading yourself. There was a baker named Isaiah who woke up at 4 a.m. every day to perfect his bread recipes. He didn't have many customers at first, but he treated each loaf like a masterpiece. One day, a traveler tried his bread and shared it online. Isaiah's bakery soon became a popular destination, but his success didn't begin with fame. It began with quiet dedication. Become the kind of person who grows whether the world sees you or not. Let your future pull you forward. Sometimes your current situation might feel hard, but your vision of the future can give you strength. When you imagine who you want to become, that image can pull you through the pain, the boredom, and the doubt. There was a student named Zane who grew up in a tough neighborhood. Most people around him gave up on dreams early, but Zane had a vision. He wanted to become a doctor. That dream gave him power. Even when others laughed at him, even when money was tight, even when days were hard, he kept going. His vision became his fuel. Years later, he walked across the graduation stage in a white coat, knowing he never let go of his future. Let your dream be louder than your doubt. Be proud, but never done. Be proud of how far you've come. You've faced fear. You've pushed past pain. You've taken risks. That's worth celebrating. But never believe you've reached the end of your story. There is always more to learn, more to give, more to become. There was a musician named Nico who once sold out concerts all over his country. After some success, many thought he would stop pushing himself. But Nico didn't want to repeat the same songs. He started learning new instruments, new styles, and even started writing for younger artists. He never let success trap him. He stayed a student, even after becoming a master. Success is not about being finished. It's about being fearless to begin again. Inspire others by growing yourself. One of the best gifts you can give the world is your growth. When people see you becoming more, they feel hope. They see proof that change is possible. Your courage can give them courage. Your light can help them find their own. There was a father named Luis who decided to go back to school in his 40s. His daughter saw how hard he worked every night, and it inspired her to study harder too. Years later, she said, "Watching you never give up taught me to believe in myself." Luis didn't just grow for himself, he helped his family rise too. Every step you take forward is a light for someone else to follow. Keep your heart open to what's next. Sometimes the path ahead won't look clear, but if you stay open, life will surprise you. New passions may wake up inside you. New dreams may come. You may discover talents you never knew you had. Don't close the door just because one chapter ends. Stay open to what's next. There was a librarian named Naomi who worked quietly for 25 years. One day, she was asked to speak at a community event. Though nervous, she shared stories of how books had changed lives. People were moved. Soon, she started giving talks, writing articles, and encouraging young readers across the country. A quiet career turned into a loud impact, all because she said yes to something new. Your next great chapter may begin with just one brave choice. You are not finished. You are still becoming. Every day is a chance to grow. Every moment is a doorway to more. You've already come so far, but don't stop now. Don't shrink to fit the old version of yourself. Step boldly into the new you. Keep asking, keep learning, keep stretching. Don't let comfort become a cage. Don't let fear hold your wings. Don't let the past decide your future. You were made to shine, made to rise, made to keep becoming. The world needs the full, fearless version of you. Conclusion: you are just getting started. You've made it to the end of this book, but this is not the end of your journey. In fact, it's only the beginning. By now, you've seen what's possible. You've read about the strength, courage, and power that already live inside you. You've been reminded that you are not stuck, not broken, and not too late. You are full of potential, more than you've ever imagined. The only question left is this: what will you do with it? Life will always come with challenges. There will be hard days, unexpected problems, and moments of doubt. But now you know something stronger than all of that. You have a choice. You can choose growth. You can choose belief. You can choose to rise again and again. This book has been about unlocking, not changing who you are, but revealing who you've always been. Your potential isn't something far away. It's already in you. All it takes is courage to act on it, step by step, day by day. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to start. Even small steps matter. One action today, another tomorrow, and before you know it, you've built a new life. You've created a new version of yourself, not by magic, but by showing up with purpose again and again. You have everything you need inside you. The dreams in your heart, the strength in your spirit, the wisdom in your experience. These are your tools. Use them, trust them, and don't let fear silence them. Whatever it is you want to do, start a business, write a book, build a better body, heal from the past, speak up, lead others, or simply feel confident in your own skin, it is possible. Not easy, not instant, but absolutely possible. So don't stop now. Don't let this just be another book you finish and forget. Let it be the spark. Let it be the beginning of something greater. Make a decision today that your life will not stay the same. Make a promise to yourself that you will keep becoming, keep growing, and keep unlocking the powerful potential inside you. The world doesn't need more people who settle. It needs more people like you. People who are ready to rise. People who are willing to try. People who believe that who they are today is just the foundation for who they can become tomorrow. You are not done. You are not finished. You are just getting started. Go live your life with boldness. Go chase your dreams with fire. Go become everything you were born to be. And always remember, The key to your future is already in your hands. Now go unlock it. Thank you. Truly, thank you for listening to Unlock Your True Potential by Jillian here on Fearless Audio. You didn't just finish a book. You took a powerful step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. That takes heart. That takes courage. And that makes you different. We hope these words reminded you of your strength, your purpose, and the fire that still lives inside you. Remember, your journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Keep rising, keep growing, and most of all, keep believing in yourself, even when the world tries to make you forget who you are. You were born with potential. You were built for greatness. And the world is waiting to see what only you can bring. If this audiobook moved you, inspired you, or helped you in any way, please take a moment to support us. Subscribe to Fearless Audio, share this with someone who needs it, and let us know in the comments what part of this journey touched your heart. Your support means more than you know, and it helps us keep creating content that lifts people higher. Until next time, stay bold, stay true, and never stop unlocking the greatness within you. This is Fearless Audio, and you are just getting started.